showing the center cap. That's an issue. I can tell that's still going to be an issue because it's just soft, but we'll figure it out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. What's the next task? Oh yeah, next task. Mud flap. So I want to put on some like rock guards protecting from rocks going there, because once we get to the cabin, try and get up some old snowmobile trails before it snows. There we got. So these, originally I kind of grabbed these because they were 12 bucks for the pair. And I was like, oh, that might work great. But I think they're just going to be too rigid. So I was going to cut them to fit around where the bolts are here and just get a little protection. But I think what I'm going to do is trim them so that they sit up flush with the body panel around these screws here, and then just use this and then cut from this mud flap to actually hang down so that it's soft. The reason for that is this car, I mean, it's got factory suspension on it, but I mean, in the dunes, get enough momentum coming down a hill, we can G out or bottom out on a jump or something. And if it's, I feel like these coming off will break. So I think if on the trail, if we come across something, I don't really want to just snap these off and then have nothing. So with this, just flex and move out of the way, but maybe this will be rigid enough to hold it on so it doesn't just flop and tear off. Anyways, that's the idea. Yeah, I'm hoping that I can do this out of one. Trying to do this cheap. I know they make them just bolt in place real easy for in between, some for 70 and some for like 180 200 bucks, but these, I mean, barely over 10 bucks for the pair. And then I'm going to try and use the factory hardware and some fender washers. This, I was at local Napa and looking, because even our Tractor Supply doesn't have mud flaps for whatever reason, and they didn't have this one priced, so they said, oh, you just take it, which I felt awkward leaving the store with something that's clearly new, but they said go for it. And I said it's awkward, and I said, yeah, it's only awkward if you're standing here with it. And I said, okay, bye. Anyways, I think I can get 2 out of it. I'm going to split it right down the middle, and whatever it is, and let that kind of hang down. I know the sand tires have a bigger offset than my dirt tires, so they should at least cover. So as long as I get to right about somewhere in there, I should be fine. At least just get enough protection from the front wheel coming across and throwing rocks and stuff up through here. But yeah, that's it. All right, let's get to this hackery. Okay, so I've got a Cad Design here, and basically, let's see if this actually marks. Kind of. See it. I haven't really decided what I'm going to cut these with. Probably just get my little jigsaw out and cut these with a fine metal blade. I don't know if that is the right tool, but that's what we're going to use. Anyways, I checked it. Works for both sides. All I do is flip it over to this side. That'll get me my bottom, and then I'll measure how far I want it off the ground onto here, and then take the actual template, cut this in half, and then wherever the inside is where that will sit. So center line, and that way it'll have a little extra here. And if I have to chop off some here for it to hang down, so it'll be like this. Center line, cut around, notch here if it needs to. That way this hangs down, does its flippy floppy thing. Stops rocks, dirt, mud, bugs, when we have to run over dogs, things like that. Okay, let's mark this shit. Well, it's not quite a fine metal blade, but fine finished wood blade. It'll work. Full send it. Just cut. Alright, I forgot to mark out the holes to drill. Rookie. Precision hole marking, that's what this is. Only the finest in quality and accuracy. Also, don't tell my wife I'm using her special metallic marker, pen, gear, whatever it is. Okay, I'm going to drill these. Off the edge so I don't put holes into the bed. Alright, now that those are cut and drilled in the exact location, won't be any issues putting them on. We're just going to transfer this straight to that mud flat material. What could go wrong? I guess we'll take a measurement for height where I want this thing. AKA just stick it up next to the fender and yeah, that looks right. Cut it. forever. Well, that worked okay. AKA perfect. Good enough. Where's the center of this? Here? Here? I don't know. I guess I could try these. Center of these diamonds. Where's a tape measure? Who uses a tape measure? Where can a guy find a tape measure? Don't know. Maybe on the bench. Alright. We're 24 1/4. So and this glitter pen. So 12 1/8. Well, would you look at that? Holy smokes, 12 1/8 is right in the middle of this diamond. Same. Like they got this little design actually in the center. Weird. If you guys buy one of these things, get the one that locks to the front. This thing, you want two hands on this? No, you gotta hold this thing. Cool. Probably would have been just as easy on using a knife. Would you look at that? They're perfectly 1/4 of an inch off. Sometimes, oh, because it's a bump out over here. That doesn't make sense. That's whatever. I don't know. It's just, if you're gonna get a tape measure and measure my mud flaps, you got problems. I'll look close enough. Okay. Where do we want? Textured side toward the back. Yeah. This area to I don't know. Flat side to the back. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just do that. It'll be perfect. well, surprise, surprise, the GoPro died. Battery. Yeah. Real long lifespan they got. But anyways, like I said, no issues whatsoever. I mean, I didn't have to switch out the hardware. There was no cussing involved. Everything was perfect. Yeah. But anyways, it actually wasn't too bad. I did switch out the hardware. I just so happened to have the right screws and some washers laying around to get these on. Man, it is dark in here. But anyways, here's mud flaps. They hang down, I mean, fairly low, but hopefully that protects. Not quite as wide as I would like, but they do carry from the body down mostly. So hopefully that protects. Well, it'll protect more than not having anything. Hopefully that's enough. But anyways, yeah, the old factory hardware was just hanging on by like a few teeth. I mean, not to say a few teeth aren't working. The people of Springfield have been making it work since the dawn of time. But figured I'd switch something out so it grabbed a little bit better. But I'll keep these just for something. They got the attached washer that doesn't come off. Whatever you call those, pressed on. Anyways, that is that. I've got to do a few other things. And then we need to put some dirt tires on this thing. So that way it's ready for some trails. But, okay, another project done. Oh, yeah, see, the other side's in too. Not too bad for, let's say, my cost into it's like 15 bucks. But I think if you were to do this, I don't know, $25, $30, you could have this too, instead of the extra money. But anyways, what's next? Alright, I don't know. What's next? Nothing? That's the most useless thing. What do you do? What are you good for? That? Begging? You're just hungry. He's trying out for the ASPCA commercials. How rude. Okay, on to the next thing. I've never done that snap thing. Maybe we can snap. No, it'll be in the wrong position. I was going to say snap some tires onto it. Boom, dirt tires. No, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Okay, tires. Let's go get them. Put them on. Get this thing loaded so then I can actually start loading actual stuff that I need to take to the cabin to work, instead of just goofing off and getting this clean machine dirty. I don't like that part. Don't like it at all.